And then if I've still got time, well, probably go get the rest of those supplies. Okay. Sure.
Well then, let's get to trading.
You keep your leather armor. Because honestly, it will do you some good. Alright, so compared to the leather armor reinforced, the normal stuff, the gecko back stuff, I think it weighs slightly more.
Well then, let's get to trading.
Yep. Provides about roughly the same amount of protection. But you get the advantage of fire, poison, and what was the other resistance? Radiation, that's it. Yeah. We don't particularly need the radiation resistance, especially since once we finish this DLC, we are ditching... Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to put that away. Once we finish the DLC, we are ditching the leather armor for good. Where's my magazine? But yeah, it's not a bad thing to keep around for now. Before you ask why I'm keeping that banana yucca fruit on me, it's related to a quest. A side quest we will be doing.
What can I tell you?
Alright, any idea where to start looking for these pre-war supplies Daniel needs?
Best place to look for back when stuff is the taboo places. Sorrows and dead horses don't go in there, and even white legs don't like them much.
What taboo places?
Lots of them around the valley. Places built by the folk from back when. You'll know them when you see them. Scouts mark them with handprints. The handprints are a warning to keep out. Angry ghosts live inside. Not that I believe in angry ghosts. They're just spooky old places. Right?
Where should we start looking?
Lots of back when places to choose from. But for the things we need, best to start with the really closed up places. 3 I know of. A building down by the river called a fishing lodge. The old ranger station in the northwest. And the general store right by it. Closer to home might be something you can salvage from the place where the little ones fell. Just west of the Eastern Virgin.
What is this place where the little ones fell?
In the river, there's a twisted pile of metal and glass, all full of bones. Joshua says they were scouts, but they looked awful small to me. Lots of that old stuff, how do you say it, electronics. Maybe you could use some of it.
Alright, let's talk about something else. Tell me about this area. Any interesting wildlife?
Mostly it's the mountain bighorners. Whole herd of them up on the cliffs there. Usually they're not too aggressive, but lately, whew. My guess is one of the calves got lost somewhere along the way. Bighorners are communal. One missing calf, and the whole herd gets ornery. If that calf doesn't turn up soon, they might very well come down into the valley and attack the camp.
Maybe I can help with that?
Yeah? Hey, thanks. Most of the hunters don't listen when I tell them the problem. Just one thing. Try not to kill any bighorners if you can, yeah? You'll drive the herd off and we'll have to range farther on our hunts.
Alright, what would you suggest I do instead?
You might try luring the baby out with some banana yucca. These bighorners go crazy for the stuff.
Alright, I'll look into it.
That's great. I'll help any way I can.
Alright, I wasn't done talking.
What can I tell you?
Who were those tribals who attacked me?
Whitelegs. Nasty bunch. They've been raiding deeper into Zion ever since New Canaan was wiped out.
Where do they come from?
That's the weird part. Normally, the Whitelegs keep to the Great Salt Lake. I don't know what brought them down this far south.
I want to know more about you.
What can I tell you?
Why are you called Follows Chalk?
Our advanced scouts leave chalk signs to mark places rich with game. I'm not a full scout yet, so I follow the marks and guide the hunters.
What are all those tattoos?
Dead horses mark ourselves to commemorate our hunts. When a hunter takes a great beast, or when a youth goes on his first hunt, he gets a tattoo.
What did Joshua do for you?
If it wasn't for Joshua, the dead horses would still be the whipping boys of the Zion Valley. He taught us how to hold our territory, to protect ourselves. He guided us away from Caesar, and showed us how Caesar would have destroyed us.
What do you know about the New Canaanites?
Little bit. I met some of their missionaries a few times, but I've never been to their city. Joshua could tell you more. Or Daniel, I imagine.
What's with the shell casings in your club?
We decorate our clubs with them to honor Joshua Graham. They were the weapons of his old tribe, so now they are ours. Can't say they seem that dangerous to me, but Joshua says they won the West.
Do you remember anything about Joshua from before he became your leader?
Only a little. I was very young. He was different. Prouder, yes, but harder, crueler. more driven. Really, I was terrified of him. We all were. When he came back, I almost didn't believe he was the same man. He was humbler. He wanted to protect, not destroy.
Why is it so important that we fight the White Legs?
Well, because they're our enemies. What else would we do? They take our land, they kill our scouts, they poach our hunting grounds.
Tell me about your tribe.
We came up in the land of the dead horse, though why the back when folks called it that, I got no hint. We raided, we fought, we lost. Our enemies drove us back into Zion, and we would have died if it hadn't been for Joshua. Joshua and his Kaisar.
What about Kaisar?
When Joshua first came to us, he was servant to a man he called Kaisar. He led his master's armies, and we were ready to follow him into war. Then he lost his master's army to a tribe called NCR, the Sunset People. When he returned, he was as you saw him. Burned, broken, but changed. He led us away from Kaisar, led us to our own destiny in Zion.
Alright.
Ask away.
Tell me about Joshua Graham.
He's been the chief of our tribe since he came back to the valley. He went off to the civilized world years ago to fight a war. That didn't go well.
What happened to him?
Well, before he left, he didn't have those bandages all over his face. That tell you something?
The only recent I know of is when Kaisar's legion attacked Hoover Dam. Is that where he fought?
I don't know. He doesn't talk about it much. Maybe. But how can two civilized tribes fight over something as small as a dam?
Small? Have you seen Hoover Dam? It's bigger than some of these mountains.
Ha! Really? That's... my gods. Must be some mighty civilized folks who built that.
You'd be surprised what civilized tribes will fight over.
Now you sound like Joshua. He always tells me that tribal life is better. That I should stay here and forget the outside world.
Alright. I got what I needed out of him.
So I finally get to
Oh, pardon.
explore all those...
Okay.
Fighting time!
Ah, they don't see us. I've definitely been up there, right? No. Not from the looks of it. I'll make my way up there at some point.
Your day are bet. You can kumpa.
Just as a heads up, we will use the anti-material rifle at some point during this playthrough, just not until after. Not until after this DLC. Like, if I'm being honest, it will probably be by the time we're ready to start Old World Blues. And it won't be the regular one we use, it'll be the Gunrunner's Arsenal one. Because there's weapon mods for that one, which will give us reduced weight, as well as a suppressor.
Why do you carry all those bottle caps anyway? They jangle like crazy.
There we go. Start nice. Go. It's one of the lunch boxes. Alright, this one's easy enough to miss. Yeah, that one was easy to miss because it's right behind something that actually obscures it pretty well. Yeah, I don't know why they needed the lunch boxes. Oh, and here's the snow globe. And there's the key for the general store.
There they are! Well, that's that then.
Yeah, I don't know
Some actual scouting,
quite what happened
not
there.
just following.
Where'd the body of the big one go? I thought it looked like the wing.
Fighting time!
Alright, we'll get rad absorption. I have a reason for rad absorption. It's gonna come in handy when I do Lonesome Road. Yeah, and it might come in useful in Dead Money as well. But I'm thinking more Lonesome Road, because there's more irradiated areas in that one. The only radiation I'll really pick up in Dead Money will be from food and drink. Made it. Yeah, we're gonna leave the belt.
Whoa! Here we go! There they are!
Alright, that's what we're supposed to pick up.
The spitter plants and the green monster men aren't native to Zion. Wonder where they came from.
Ah, no, I wanted. Yeah. Okay, there's actually a very good reason to pick up that alcohol. As you will see why in a minute. Okay, as you can see, it's contaminated. Okay. Okay, now we're supposed to head up there, but quest-wise, we will be doing the Big Horner one first. Though not today. In fact, that'll be first thing I do next recording session. Get the Big Horner one done and out of the way, and then we progress a bit. You know, I can see this DLC only taking me like 3 recording sessions, 4 tops. Hey, buddy. Well, I suppose it remains to be seen how many it will take me to cover the DLC. I mean, 4 is only an estimate. Like, if I start the DLC early in the morning...
The spitter plants and the green monster men aren't native to Zion. Wonder where they came from.
Yeah, so you keep saying, if I start this DLC in the morning, I can get pretty much all my exploration done and the DLC finished by the evening. If I do nothing but focus on it.
That's that then.
Alright, there should be a cave somewhere around here. Yeah, I can't really get to the shotguns here. It's worth noting that we are probably going to be getting these survivalist things done out of order. Actually, you know what?
Well then, let's get to trading.
Oh yeah, it does do better protection. Yeah. So we are doing this slightly out of order. Yeah, he's been trying to commit suicide for quite some time. And of course, he never quite pulled the trigger. Yeah, it's quite depressing.
There they are! Well, that's that then. There they are! Fighting time! Well, that back when medicine smells funny. Guess it works though. Fighting time! Never stood a chance, did they?
Yeah. Alright, we're coming up at the breaking up point. And of course, now is when I get over encumbered.
Whoa! Here we go! Whoa! Here we go! Whoa! Here we go!
Okay, not many of these things left.
Whoa! Here we go! Fighting time!
Man, it's getting dark in here. Yeah, weather's been downright miserable. Because of all the clouds, it's been somewhat darker. And it's June, by the way, as I'm recording. Near the beginning of, even. Yeah, back to Angel Cave. I would just extend the recording to deal with, hold on. Sec.
Welcome back.
No. He doesn't have any new things in either. Alright. I would just extend the recording to deal with that big corner quest, because it's not all that long. But you know, I'd like to get off for tonight.
Bet they don't have anything as nasty as Yao. Well then, let's get to trading.
Alright, just quickly store things and then... Alright. As I said, next time we will do the big corner thing. But until then, bye for now.